Good morning, students. Today we shall discuss our next topic, that is subject and predicate. So let's start. In this chapter we will discuss these following points, like first subject and predicate, next implied subject, next compound subject and compound predicate. In this chapter we will discuss all these given points. So let us discuss each points one by one. What is a subject and what is a predicate? First topic is what is a subject and what is a predicate. Let's see. First of all, let's see what is a subject in a sentence. A sentence can be divided into two parts, that is subject and the predicate. Or we can say that a sentence has got two parts, or we can divide a sentence into two parts, number one subject and number second predicate. So first of all, let's discuss about what is the subject in a sentence. The subject is the doer of the action in a sentence. Okay students, always remember the subject is the doer of the action. The action that is done by the doer, that is called the subject of the sentence. Or we can say that the subject is made up of all the words that tell who or what. The subject is made up of all the words that tell who or what the sentence is about. Or in an easy way, always remember that the subject is the doer of the action in the sentence. Next, what is predicate? Whatever we are saying about the subject in a sentence, subject is the doer of the action, and whatever we are saying about the subject in the sentence, that is called the predicate. Or we can say that the predicate includes the verb and all the words that tell what happened in the sentence. Again I am telling you, the predicate includes the verb and all the other words that tell what happened in a sentence. Let's see the given example. See two examples here. Find the subject and the predicate, then divide both the sentences between the parts. First, Aman wrote a letter to his uncle. In this sentence, the doer of the action is Aman. So here Aman is the subject. And whatever we are saying about the subject, what? Wrote a letter to his to his uncle. So this part is the predicate of the sentence. Next example, my neighbor's dog barked all night. Here doer of the action is my neighbor's dog. So my neighbor's dog here is a subject and barked all night here is the predicate. One note is there students. Sometimes a word or phrase will come between the subject and the predicate. Sometimes a word or a phrase will come between the subject and the predicate. So you will need to decide if the phrase describes the subject or the predicate. Always remember students, sometimes a word or phrase will come between the subject and the predicate. Now you have to decide if the phrase or the word describe the subject or the predicate. See the given example. Sharad, a high school senior, will be my new tutor. In this sentence, a high school senior describe Sharad. So here Sharad, a high school senior, is the subject and will be my new tutor is the predicate of the sentence. Second example, the police officer later explained what had happened. In this sentence, later, this word later tells when he explained later. So here later describes the predicate. So in this sentence, the police officer is the subject and later explained what had happened is the predicate of the sentence. In the first example also, a high school senior is a phrase and this phrase describes the subject. Okay, this phrase describes the subject. So Sharad, a high school senior, is the subject of the sentence and will be my new tutor is the predicate. So always remember students, some words or phrase will come between the subject and the predicate. So now you have to decide if the phrase, this phrase or the word describe the subject or the predicate. Okay. Now our next topic is implied subject, or we can say that understood subject. First of all, read the following sentences, giving sentences. Leave me alone. Come here. Do me a favor. Open the window please. Tell me where the calendar is. Students, in the above sentences, the subject is you. In the above sentences, the subject is you, but it is not mentioned here. Why? Because this is the standard form of such sentences, and these sentences like leave me alone, come here, these sentences are called the imperative sentences. So students, in English grammar, you is the understood, this you is the understood or implied subject in most of the imperative sentences in the language, English language. In other words, we can say that the sentences that convey requests and commands, in that type of sentences, the subject is almost always the personal pronoun like you, even though it's often not expressed. Okay, so always and always remember that what is implied subject or understood? You. In English grammar, you is the understood or implied subject. Now next topic is what is a compound subject. In previous slide we have learned about what is subject. The doer of the action is called the subject of the sentence. So now in this slide we will talk about what is compound subject. Let's see. The compound subject consists of two or more subjects. Always remember students, compound subject consists of two or more subjects that have the same verb, and are joined by conjunctions. Let's see the given examples. Tinny and Winnie wagged their tails. In this sentence, Tinny is a subject, Winnie also a subject. So a compound subject consists of two or more subjects that have the same verb. What is verb here? Wagged. That have the same verb and are joined by conjunction and. So here Tinny and Winnie are the compound subject. See the next example. A concerned teacher and a vigilant parent urge her to take the exam. In this example, two subjects are here, a concerned teacher and a vigilant parent, and these two subjects are joined with a conjunction and they both are having the same verb urge. So here a concerned teacher and a vigilant parent is a compound subject. Why? Because this is why it is called the compound subject? Because a compound subject consists of two or more subjects that have the same verb and are joined by a conjunction. See the next example. The doctor, the nurses and the other hospital staff worked tirelessly to save patients' life. In first and second example, see students, we are talking about two subjects, and in the third example there are the three subjects: the doctor, the nurses, and other hospital staff. But three subjects are joined with a conjunction and, but they are having the one verb, that is worked. So these are called the compound subject. Always remember, differentiate between the compound subject and the normal subject. A compound subject consists of two or more subjects that have the same verb and are joined by a conjunction. Next, compound predicate. What is a compound predicate? A compound predicate consists of two or more verbs. A compound predicate consists of two or more verbs that have the same subject and are joined by a conjunction. In a previous slide, when we are talking about the compound subject, in a compound subject there are two or more subjects that have the same verb. But when we are talking about the compound predicate, in compound predicate consists of two or more verbs that have the same subject and are joined by a conjunction. See the given examples: I came, saw, and conquered. In this example, there is only one subject and this same subject having the three verbs: came, saw, and conquered, and these three verbs are joined by a by a conjunction and. So a compound predicate consists of two or more verbs that have the same subject and are joined by a conjunction. Next example: the little girl picked up her doll and climbed into bed. In this example, a little girl is only one subject and picked and climbed are two verbs here, and they both are joined by a conjunction and, but both verbs are having only one subject. Next, the cow jumped over the moon but missed the star. Here also the cow is a subject, jumped and missed are two verbs, and both the verbs are joined by a conjunction but both are having only one subject, the cow. So students, what is a compound predicate? A compound predicate consists of two or more verbs. See, two or more verbs and have the same subject and are joined by a conjunction. One note is there. See, sometimes sentences can have both a compound subject and compound predicate. Sometimes a sentence can have both compound subject and compound predicate. Let's see the given example. My dog and ferrets play and sleep together. See this sentence. In this sentence there are compound subject and compound predicate both. My dog and ferrets here is a compound subject. Play and sleep here is a compound predicate. Compound subjects and predicates are joined by either the coordinating conjunctions. Always remember students, compound subjects and predicates are joined by either the coordinating conjunctions, that is and, but, or, nor, or the correlative conjunctions also, like both and, either or, neither nor, or not only but also. So students, in today's video lecture we have learned about what is subject and what is predicate. and about the implied subject, and also what is a compound subject and what is a compound predicate. Thank you, students.